There's a question that lingers in the heart of many women on the twin flame path. Why do I keep seeing signs before he comes back? Why does the number 1111 pop up just as you start missing him? Why do his initials appear everywhere, even when you're doing your best to forget? Why do you dream of him so vividly, just days before he resurfaces? This isn't a coincidence. It's not your imagination running wild either. This is a deeper communication, a sacred whisper between souls. The divine feminine is often the first to awaken to the spiritual bond, not because she's better, not because she's trying harder, but because her heart is built to feel, to receive, to tune in. And when you're deeply connected to someone on a soul level, you begin to sense them, even when there's silence, even when they're far away, even when they don't yet have the courage to face you. But before we get into the reasons why this happens, let's ground ourselves in what we're actually talking about. Twin flames aren't just two people with intense chemistry. They are the same soul split into two bodies. Masculine and feminine, yes, but not in a gendered way. One holds more of the receptive, intuitive energy. The other carries more of the expressive, action-oriented energy. And in this journey, the divine feminine is often the one who feels first. She senses the connection in her bones. Her heart knows before her mind can explain it. She's often the first to experience the soul pull, the signs, the dreams. And it's not because she's chasing or desperate. It's because her energy is designed to see the unseen, to pick up on what's moving beneath the surface. The masculine, on the other hand, is often more rooted in the physical. He lives in his mind, in logic, in action. And so while he feels the pull too, he may take longer to recognize it consciously. That's why the divine feminine often sees the signs long before he even picks up the phone. But why? What's the purpose of this? Let's break it down into the key reasons the signs come to her first. Each reason rooted in something spiritual, something intuitive, and something deeply human. Number 1, she is the emotional receiver. The divine feminine is like an emotional antenna. She picks up on what others are feeling, even when they don't say a word. This isn't just sensitivity, it's an energetic design. Her emotions are her compass. Her intuition is her guidance system. And when her twin flame is thinking about her, missing her, or even just stirring in his own heart, the signal reaches her first. She might not know why she suddenly feels overwhelmed with longing. She might not understand why tears come without warning or why she's flooded with old memories. But her soul does. It recognizes the emotional frequency of her twin, because whether he's near or far, they are connected through something invisible, but very real. This is why signs tend to appear in moments when she's feeling especially emotional. The universe responds to energy, and when her energy is activated, whether by grief, love, confusion, or surrender, it creates a bridge, a way for messages to come through. It's like standing in the middle of a storm with her arms wide open. She doesn't just sense the thunder, she feels it. And that feeling often shows up through signs, numbers, names, songs, dreams, or even random encounters that spark her memory of him. What can help in these moments is learning to trust that you're not going crazy. You're not making it up. You're just more open, more attuned. And that's not something to fight. It's something to honor. Let the signs come, let them speak, let them guide you inward, not outward. Because more often than not, the signs are not about him coming back. They're about you coming home to yourself. And the more you settle into your own heart, the clearer the messages become. Number 2, she's meant to prepare the energy first. Before reunion happens in the physical, it has to happen in the energetic. That means the heart, mind, body, and soul have to be ready. Not perfect, but aligned. And in this process, the divine feminine is often called to prepare that energy first. Think of it like spiritual groundwork. She clears the space. She feels the ache. She surrenders the expectations. She softens into love. And in doing that, she shifts the entire field between them. Her healing becomes his invitation. Not because she's fixing him, but because she's holding the vibration that allows both of them to rise. The signs that come before he reaches out are often little nudges from the universe saying, "Get ready." Not in a panic, not in desperation, but in a way that invites peace. The signs are like gentle hands brushing your shoulders, reminding you to soften, to stay open, to breathe through the waiting. These signs aren't about obsessing or predicting. They're about attuning your heart to the sacredness of the journey. They remind you that something is shifting, not just out there, but within you. If you've been seeing signs lately, take it as a cue to ground yourself. Light a candle, journal, walk barefoot, speak gently to your own heart. You're not being teased or tested. You're being readied. And the readiness isn't about proving anything. It's about allowing. Allowing love to move through you. Allowing peace to take up space where fear used to live. Number 3, her soul recognizes the movement first. There's something powerful that happens when a soul begins to stir. Even before action is taken in the physical, the energy starts to shift. Walls begin to crack. Resistance softens. And the soul, especially the soul of the divine masculine, starts moving closer subtly, quietly. The divine feminine feels this before anything else changes. That's why she dreams of him. That's why she hears his name in the most random places. That's why, out of nowhere, her body remembers his touch or her heart aches without warning. Because his soul is moving. It might still take time for him to reach out. He may still be sorting through his thoughts, fears, or wounds. But energetically, he's closer. He's listening. He's beginning to feel the pull more deeply. And the feminine, being connected to that same soul, feels the vibration of that movement before words are spoken or messages are sent. Her soul catches the shift. It feels the wind changing direction. And the signs? They come as confirmation. You might wake up with a sudden knowing, or feel a sense of peace you can't explain, or keep seeing the number 222 everywhere you look. These are signals, not promises, not deadlines, but signals that something is awakening. What helps in these moments is not trying to chase the timeline. Instead, focus on what's moving inside of you. Are you softening into trust? Are you releasing control? Are you making space for love without needing to grasp it? Because when your soul feels him, it's not about prediction. It's about presence, staying present with your own awakening and honoring the mystery of how love unfolds. Number 4, the signs help keep her anchored. Let's be honest, this journey can feel incredibly lonely. When there's no communication, no signs of movement, and all you have is your memory of the connection, it's easy to doubt everything. You question whether you imagined it all. You wonder if you should just move on. You try to let go, but your heart keeps circling back. And then, out of nowhere, you see a sign, his name on a billboard, a lyric that hits too close, a feather on your windowsill after you cried the night before. It doesn't fix everything, but it reminds you, you're not crazy. You're not alone. Something bigger is happening. These signs don't just show up to make you feel good. They show up to anchor you, to remind you that even in the silence, you are being guided. Even in the confusion, you are not forgotten. Even in the waiting, that something is moving. This is where surrender becomes real. Not in pretending you don't care, but in learning to live with an open heart even when you don't have all the answers. The signs give you strength in that surrender. They help you breathe when the mind wants to spiral. They remind you to stay rooted in what you know, not what you see. And when the signs come, let them comfort you, but don't let them control you. Let them guide you back to yourself. Let them hold your hand as you walk through the fog. Because this isn't just about waiting for someone else. This is about returning to you. Number 5, her heart is already in union. One of the hardest things to accept on the twin flame journey is that the love you feel isn't waiting for something to begin. It's already alive inside you. Union doesn't magically start the day he texts you, calls you, or shows up at your door. It starts the moment your heart remembers what your mind keeps forgetting, that you were never truly separated in the first place. The connection between twin flames exists on a soul level, not just a physical one. And the divine feminine, because she leads with her heart, often reconnects to that truth before he does. She might still miss him, still feel the ache of his absence, still cry in the middle of the night. But under all of that is a quiet knowing, a sense that he's never really left her. That somehow, even through the distance, even through the silence, they're still walking toward each other in ways that can't yet be seen. That's why she feels the connection so deeply. That's why she sees the signs, feels the shifts, hears his name, or dreams of him just when she's about to give up, because her heart is already tuned to the frequency of union. She's not waiting to be chosen or validated. She's remembering that she's already chosen, and that this love was always meant to be felt from within first. Often, the signs don't come to announce his return. They come to remind her that love never left. Her soul is nudging her back to the truth, reminding her not to forget who she is and what they share. The real union is not about him holding your hand. It's about you holding your own heart with grace, softness, and belief. And when you start living from that space, where you no longer search for signs out of desperation, but receive them with quiet trust, you step into your power. The signs no longer feel like puzzles or promises. They feel like little hugs from the universe saying, keep going. You're on the right path. Healing happens here. Not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because you're learning to feel safe in your own heart again. You're learning to stop chasing, not to stop proving, and instead just be. Be love. Be presence. Be in union with yourself. From that space, you begin to glow differently. You move through your days with a kind of inner calm. Not because you don't miss him, but because the longing is no longer painful. It's sacred. It's peaceful. It's rooted in knowing, not needing. So if you're in this place where you're seeing signs but still waiting on him, try shifting your focus. Instead of asking, when will he come? Start asking, how can I come home to myself right now? That's where the magic begins. That's where true reunion starts. When signs start showing up, especially before he does, it's not some random event. It's your soul speaking to you. It's your heart tuning into something that exists beyond time, logic, and distance. It's not a prediction of what's about to happen. It's a reminder of what's already happening inside you. You're not broken. You're not imagining things. You're just connected. You feel what others don't. You sense what most overlook. That's not a weakness. It's a gift. You're tuned into something sacred. And the signs are just a way for the universe to whisper, yes, you're on the right track. Keep going. But here's the thing. The signs aren't meant to become your obsession. They're not there to fuel anxiety or make you spiral into overthinking. They're meant to draw you inward, to help you return to your center, to remind you that this journey is less about chasing someone else and more about meeting yourself more deeply. Let the signs remind you, not rule you. Let them guide you into deeper peace, not deeper panic. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about waiting for a message. It's about becoming the message. It's about living as love, speaking as love, holding yourself the way you once wished someone else would. It's about becoming so full of love that whether he returns tomorrow or years from now, you're whole either way. And when you embody that kind of energy, when you truly start living in that kind of peace, it shifts everything. Love starts finding you in ways you never expected, not just through him, but through life, through synchronicity, through purpose, through joy. So yes, keep walking, keep trusting, keep listening to your heart. He may be closer than you think, but even more importantly, you're closer to you than you've ever been. And in the end, that's what this journey is really about.